Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. So this is a bonus reading for Cancer. Cancer usually comes out on Friday, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Friday. I still haven't put my schedule in front of me. But this is a bonus. This is a bonus reading. And so the card that we have today is the Empress. And this is from the Hermetic deck, which I love. I love this deck so much. I'll just show it to you real quick. Quite beautiful, all of the art. If you haven't looked at it before, you can probably find a flip through of it on YouTube somewhere. It's really beautiful. All right. Let's see. Cancer. Okay, so the first thing that kind of really stands out to me is we have this figure here who is holding up a smaller figure. It almost looks like a small child, maybe a doll, some kind of icon. We have the figure here, foot planted in emotional and metaphysical. This almost reminds me of maybe like a priest, high priest, and the posture of really just kind of holding the doll, the votive icon or doll or imagery or whatever, is really significant in that I really feel like there's, and especially with Cancer, there is a sense of creating something. And it doesn't have to be like truly an icon. And what I say by icon, this is like a picture or a statue of a deity or a saint or some kind of intelligence that is important to you. It doesn't have to be literally this, but it could be that you are creating something within some medium that is very much tied to your spiritual work, your magical work, okay? And this seems like something you are, and because it is facing out towards this flat area is the physical world. This is something that you are presenting to the world. So I could see, for instance, maybe you are, creating some kind of music, and you have put your magical workings into it, your devotional intention into it, okay? And now you are offering it to the world. You're releasing it for others to listen to. And this seems to be right in time with all of the other readings we've been doing for you, Cancer. I think that, there's been a progression towards the kind of conclusion of your current projects. And it makes sense to me that this would be something that maybe in the next little while here, you will be presenting to the world, maybe showing your friends, your family, putting out for display or whatever it is. But this feels like it's something really important to you. I also see that this posture is one of almost, it is a sense of pride, but pride, not a pride of ego, a pride of being in the grace of God or the grace of the divine. Okay, this is the kind of pride that we find in the good work, the work that we really spend our time with, the work that is an expression of that higher love, that agape. Okay, and so this will be an important time for you. I really do. I feel like this is quite a release. And I know whenever I work on maybe like a new altar or make a magical object or whatever it is that I'm doing, when I get to a point where it feels like it is at that peak, that I can stop fussing with it, that it's just so... there is a release of energy, okay, and it feels good to have that flowing through your being, through your spiritual life, and out into the world. Okay. Now we have a chicken up here. Okay, so we have a sign of prosperity, of good health, longevity. It looks like it's probably a rooster, though it is not in the posture of, the cock-a-doodle-doo. So I don't think this is an alarm so much as just that kind of feisty spirit that you might have right now. I think that you really... there's just something going on where you are feeling a little bit spicy. Maybe just kind of not putting up with it anymore. I feel like, and this really with that Empress energy, kind of just like cutting through the BS, right? You are going to remain unbothered. You are just going to do your thing. You might be a little bit snippy towards whatever the origin of this is. But, the thing about the Empress is she is so diplomatic, right? Now the Emperor, a little more cutting, harsh. There's a harsh hand there. But the Empress is good at the finesse, right? And so I feel like, although you have a lot to say, you have a lot of feelings about, whatever this thing is. You're not gonna let him see you. You're not gonna let him see how you move. This is something that you will keep to yourself, and maybe you will put this in your creativity as well. All of this is fuel, right? It's fuel for whatever it is you are creating. It is fuel to be the motivator so that you do well, that you do better, that you kind of outshine, right? And, and so make use of that. Make use of that, definitely. Okay, so we have a bat moving into a more night side again, which is, very much, I feel like, are all Cancers night people? I feel like everybody I know that I've ever known that's a Cancer is somebody who really flourishes in the late of night. Let's see. We have a fish, okay, jumping, so abundance. We also have, it looks like maybe like a crane or a heron right here, one of the tall lake birds, contemplative, also a sign of prosperity. So we have the prosperity, we have the fish, and I want to turn this way. We're going to attach those to this image here. And here we have a person who is enthroned. And now to be enthroned is to be sitting in a throne, right? This is somebody who has, they are elevated in some way. This is the emperor, the empress, the high priestess. And And so, to be in this posture of sitting in a chair that is so grand, there's an understanding, there's a knowledge, there's a wisdom. Okay, there is also the ability to make decisive decisions, to be discerning, right? To also make the hard decision. Okay, even if you feel that it would be easier to go one way, it might not be as emotional. It might not feel as unkind or troublesome, right? Just to keep the peace. There is, in the elevated positions, there is that spirit of sometimes you have to do the thing that nobody likes. Sometimes you have to be kind of brutal about where you're going to go, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. Okay. Here we have the sun right here, and we have a bird. Okay. So the sun, illumination. There is no darkness here. There are no shadows. Everything is plain to see. And I think that you have great clarity, and I think that you are willing to make the decisions, make the sacrifices to eliminate the things that you must. And this will bring you that prosperity. And this does not come without a lot of contemplation. Contemplation. We have the bird up there, remember? So we have the sun, the fish, the bird, the enthroned. So yes, there is. There's contemplation, there's clarity, the illumination, and through these decisions, these difficult decisions, going the hard way, doing the hard work, okay, you will find deeper prosperity, okay? You will find abundance. And, it might not be fun at first. It might be something quite difficult. It might be something you thought would not happen, right? But circumstances change and people change, and the configuration of our friends, family, jobs, everything, all of it shifts and all of it kind of changes, and some things fall away, and sometimes we have to kind of throw them out. And so, I think that this is a time where you really check in with yourself. You really listen to what you already know. Do not be deterred from your intuition or from your decision that you have made because other people are upset, because, you're being kind of coerced into or emotionally manipulated or, any of these number of things. If you bend to it, and I know this of you Cancers, if you bend to the will of others, it's like a small death, right? Something that you will not be able to get over for a while, maybe ever. And, ultimately, I think that this last while has really, it speaks for itself. You have built the life that you have. You have surpassed what you believed you could do, and you will continue to build upon it. So this is a time where you must really listen to yourself. Don't get dragged back into old things. And we have the fish once more. So yes, I think just really kind of reiterating that abundance. There's that, those fish, there's not a lot of emotionality in here. But I think we're really looking at, making resources for self, creativity and making resources. That's what this whole next cycle is going to be about, making money and doing with spirit what you are inspired to do. Okay. Being in those places of grace and being in that flow, that creative flow. And I think that if you can stick to your will and set your life up in such a way, continue to maintain it in such a way, this will be, better than any other time. It really, I feel like there's a lot of just opportunity to evolve creatively here for you. And to make some money too. I think there is a overall essence of greater resources. Okay, so we have the Dreamer's deck, 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams. And we're gonna go ahead and flip through here. Stop where it feels right. Flip this over. It says, I know that every dream in my heart is waiting to bloom. I am ready to grow. Yeah. Yes, you are. You are, and you're growing. You're growing. You got this. You have this. All right, Cancer. Thank you for watching this Cancer bonus. And the next Cancer video will be out in 2 days. Your regular Cancer reading on Friday. So if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And please do. I want you to be part of the community here. We love you. And if you want to leave a comment, I read them all. They mean so much to me. I know not everybody else, but a lot of other people, they do read the comments too. I see you all answering each other and supporting each other and showing each other love, and that makes me so happy. Yeah, so we will talk again in just a few days. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you.